The book is titled The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, New York Times bestselling author. Mel tells us, this book is here to help you take your power back, to stop wasting your time, energy, and happiness trying to control things you can't control, like other people's opinions, moves, or actions, and instead focus on the one thing you can control, you. Now, there's a lot to uncover, discover, resolve, and review in this book, but I will tell you this. Get a mirror when you read this book because it's all about YOU, you. Mel starts the book off with how the 5-second rule changed her life. Never heard of it? Me either. But here it is, short version. Mel was lying in bed, overwhelmed by her problems, and the last thing she wanted to do was to get up and face another day. Then a thought popped in her head. What if I just counted backwards like they do when a rocket is blasting off and just got out of bed? And she did. She counted 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, got out of bed, and, the rest is history. Mel writes, the 5-second rule taught me that action is the answer. Thinking about your problems will never solve them. Waiting around to feel like doing something means you'll never do it. It taught me that no one is coming to save you. You must save yourself from yourself. You have to force yourself to make little moves forward all day, every day, especially when you don't feel like it. The 5-second rule is about self-improvement. Listen, will you try the 5-second rule the next time you're waddling in your problems? I'm going to give it a try. Okay, now let's get into the let them theory and what it's all about. First, let me tell you, I had a complete different take on the let them. I left the theory part out before I even read the book. It's a good thing Mel goes into complete details about it. Okay, here we go. Mel writes, the let them theory is a proven method that teaches you how to protect your time and energy and focuses on what matters to you. The reality is, no matter how hard you try or what you do, you cannot control other people. And yet, you live your life like you can. Wow. Did you take note of that? Here's more from Mel. She says in the book, the truth is, other people hold no real power over you unless you give it to them. Can you think back to how many times you gave your power over to other people? Reading this book made me realize how many times I imprisoned myself by giving my power over to other people by trying to control them. Mel tells us the more you let other people live their lives, the better your life gets. She continues, the more I said let them, the more time I had for myself. Time to think, time to breathe, time to have fun, time to spend on what mattered to me, time to take care of myself. And this I had to put on a post-it. She said, the only person you are in control of is you, your thoughts, your actions, your feelings. I'm continuing with the book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, New York Times bestselling author. I thought before reading the book that it was all about, let them go ahead and do what they want. What do I care? Having an attitude as let them. But that's not it at all. Thank goodness. Mel Robbins tells us the let them theory isn't just let them. Yes, it begins with these two words, but that's not the whole story. Let them is just the first half of the equation. There is a second, even more crucial step to this theory. Let me. She continues, focus on yourself because that's where your true power lies. You acknowledge that others' actions and choices are not yours to control, and in doing so, you reclaim your emotional freedom. Is your mind blown? I had to pause and breathe at that point. Mel continues, when you say let them, you're practicing emotional detachment. There is so much in that short paragraph to unpack, dissect, inspect, and turn over and look at it from all sides, right? I, you, us, we have to not only let them go, but let me. Let me focus on myself. And you know what I came to the conclusion on? When I let them and let me, I free myself. Mel Robbins puts it this way. When you let others be who they are, you're making an active, empowered choice to release control you never had in the first place. You're freeing yourself from the endless cycle of stress, frustration, and emotional upheaval that comes with trying to manage everything and everyone. The beauty of let them, let me is that it helps you master these practices so you can stop being ruled by emotions and start living a more peaceful and joyful life. The moment anything happens that stresses you out, say let them. Put yourself in pause. Then say let me and take a breath. She continues with this. Not every email warrants a response, and not every conversation needs, your participation. And you do not always have to have the last word. Breathe, people, breathe. It's easy to put on a facade that you don't care what other people think, but the reality is we all do. The truth is people will have opinions about you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to change this fact. When you allow your fear of what other people think to stop you from doing what you want to do, you become a prisoner to other people's opinions. Oh, one last thing. Always remember to say, let me, because that is the part that will change your life. That's a lot to take in, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, in my opinion, this book, The Let Them Theory, is like an educational tool on how to set yourself free. I do recommend you get the book, hard copy or audio, and really dig into it. To say it's an eye-opener doesn't really do it justice. It will open your mind too. Sometimes reading this book, I felt like Mel was giving me a little spanking, like, come on now, enough of this nonsense. Here Mel talks about being an adult. Yikes. She writes, when you're an adult, your life, happiness, health, healing, social life, friendships, boundaries, needs, and success are all your responsibility. If you've been secretly hoping someone else would come and rescue you, fix your problems, pay your bills, create a social life, heal your wounds, change into your dream partner, and motivate you to be your best, it's not going to happen. No one is coming. And anytime you spend blaming other people or waiting for permission or an invitation, it's wasted. Those days are over. Your let me era is here. You are capable of creating anything that you want if you are willing to put the time and energy into working for it. And that means you must stop wasting your time and energy on petty, little, shallow, and insignificant things. And it also means that you have to stop trying to control the one thing you can't. Other people. Feel the spanking. Somewhere along the way, Mel got into scrolling and looking at her friends' social media feeds and wanted to learn how to promote her business. She was told to get on social media and create a one-page website. Did she do it? No. It took her 2 years to get off her butts, B-U-T-S, and do it. But she wrote something very interesting, and I wrote it down. She wrote, every business has a formula. Follow it. She's so right. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's been done. We just need to follow other people's formulas for success. Got that? Now listen. She goes on to talk about her experience of social media and how she doubted herself. Mel says, every time you edit what you post or stay silent in class or at work or hide in the back of the group photo, you are engaging in self-rejection. You're the one telling yourself that you're no good. You're the one telling yourself that you're not good enough. The constant questions, editing, deleting, overthinking, and asking other people, does this look good on me? Only magnifies your self-doubt. And you know what the crazy part is? You're doing it to yourself. You are so much stronger than anyone's opinion about you. Stop giving your power to other people and step into your potential. I know. It's a lot. I said, but take a few moments and really think about what Mel is saying. Get the book. It is jam-packed with so many practices that you can start doing today. And this section is called Let Me. Mel writes, let me live my life in a way that makes me proud. Let me make decisions that align with my values. Let me take risks because I want to. Let me follow the path my soul is turning me towards. She tells us about doing what makes us happy. She says, doing what makes you happy, being brave, taking risks, and following your own path will always be more important than other people's opinions about it. This is your life. Stop letting other people's opinion ruin it. Oof. She says, write the book, ask them out, wear what you want to wear, go surf all day, go back to school, drop out of school, move, get a dog, book the trip, stop drinking, embrace your sexuality, take the path that you've been scared to follow. People, there's much more. Mel writes, the more you use the let them theory, the more you'll realize that underneath this fear, your soul has been nudging you all along in the direction that is meant for you. I know. Breathe, people. Mel continues, every time you say let them, you clear all the noise and distraction on the surface and create a space for something deeper. Your voice, your intuition, your truth, and your unique path in life. It's always been there. It's just been buried underneath all this fear. As you use the let them theory to free yourself of the burden of other people's opinion, you'll begin moving through life with your values, your needs, and your goals as your roadmap. Instead of anticipating what other people might think, you'll navigate your life in a way that makes you proud of yourself. And that right there, that is the secret. When you are proud of yourself, you hold all the power. I hope you bought the book by now, or at least reserved a copy from your local library. The book is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, New York Times best-selling author. Come on, people, get the book. And listen, feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.